Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Everybody keeps talking about examining Nolan Wells' phone. But what if investigators are looking in the wrong direction? What if the investigators actually investigated? You know what I'm saying? Nolan is the person who died. If you really want to reconstruct what happened during his final hours, shouldn't you also be looking at the people who was with him when he allegedly disappeared, or the people who last saw him? You know, anybody who may have contacted the authorities. Because a lot of times when people are involved in crimes, they will contact the authorities to kind of snoop around and volunteer information just to see what type of feedback they'll get, right? Shouldn't they not leave one stone unturned? Shouldn't they just be really looking at everybody, including the judge? Any adults who were on that boat, shouldn't they also be looking at the grandfather who owned the boat that Wyatt was operating? Nolan is dead, so communications with Nolan stops at that moment. But if somebody is involved in his death and a subsequent cover-up, perhaps, just perhaps, they're still talking. Maybe they're covering their tracks. They're talking to their buddies. Hey, this is what you say. This is what you don't say. Right or wrong, fam? Give me a thumbs up if you think they should be examining those phones of everybody, especially the friends. Thumbs up. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, you're going too far with it, Willie D. You're going too far, man. All that ain't necessary. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Nolan's phone only tells one side of the story, fam. And that's the digital story. His friends' phones could potentially provide additional pieces of the timeline. Who called or texted whom? Compare communications before Nolan disappeared, while people were searching for him, and after he was reported missing. I mean, am I cooking, fam? Am I making sense? That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make a little sense. That's all. Location data could be critical. Where were the friends' phones during the relevant hours? And does that match the accounts they've given investigators? Look at the group communications. What were the friends saying to each other when they first realized Nolan was missing? The timing matters more than the content sometimes. For example, a call at 10:15 versus 12:15 could change how investigators understand the sequence of events. Compare digital evidence against the statements. If someone says, I was here at this time, available location, photo, message, or call data may help corroborate or challenge their recollection. Deleted data isn't automatically suspicious. People routinely delete messages and content, but forensic recovery could potentially establish what was deleted and when, if investigators have lawful access. So let's not single out one friend, right? Let's not single out one friend, because I think if we single out one friend, we might let some other friends off the hook who might potentially be guilty. Yeah. I say don't single out one friend based on one internet suspicion. If multiple people were with Nolan during the relevant period, investigators should follow the evidence consistently. That means everybody is a suspect. Everybody. That means everybody's a suspect. Not just the friends on the boat. Grandpa. Yeah. The people On the CTO call, hey, did they release all of the information? Hey, we're thankful for the information that we have because, hey, that's going to be big down the line. It's big right now, but it could come in evidence. It should come into evidence. Everybody's a suspect. Anybody who knows, hey, even if they're not a suspect on the front end, there are suspects on the back end. If somebody was an accessory after the fact, if somebody knew something, if somebody hid something, if somebody concealed something, you got to check it out. Now, there are legal limits, as some of my law buddies would say. Police generally need consent, a warrant, or another lawful basis to conduct a forensic search of someone's phone. Being Nolan's friend doesn't eliminate Fourth Amendment protections. The key is probable cause. If investigators develop evidence supporting a warrant for a particular device, that's when the contents of that phone could become extremely important. Phone evidence could also clear people. So, all these people who are saying that they're innocent, they should have no problem turning over their phones. If someone's digital footprint matches their story, that's valuable evidence too. The goal isn't simply to find guilt. It's to establish the timeline. Follow the evidence and let the truth set you free. Stop thinking of phones only as communication devices. Depending on the device and available data, phones can contain location history, photos, videos, timestamps, app activity, and other information that could help reconstruct events. If you're trying to figure out what happened to one person in the group, don't just examine the phone of the person who can't explain what happened. You know, they say dead man can't talk. Examine the phones of the people who can explain what happened. Examine the phones of the living. Follow the evidence. And where legally justified, examine the digital trail of the people who can. Yeah. Don't that sound plausible, fam? Isn't that reasonable? I could take every single investigator's job in Mississippi right now, because from what I've seen, they have done nothing. They seem very incompetent to me. I ain't even went to school for none of this. This is common sense I'm talking. I'm just talking common sense. This is me living life experiences. This is using common sense. And many of you have expressed the same thing. Hell, some of you have been saying it from day one. Hey, check the friends' phones too. Don't forget, check the friends' phones. Yeah, check their phones. I say go further than that, though. Check their siblings' phones. Check their parents' phones. Find out if they got burners. See if they're talking on burners. Yeah. Check the judge's phone. I'll take it further than that. Check the investigator's phone. Bet y'all wasn't ready for that one, huh? Yeah. What about the police officers who went to the judge's house before they went to the parents of Nolan Wells' home? How about that? They meet the judge at her house. They give her that courtesy. They make Nolan Wells' parents meet them at McDonald's. Check their phones too. Check everybody. Check the phones, check the computers, check the tablets. Check the surveillance footage. Check everything. I'm telling you, somebody or something saw exactly what happened to Nolan. No more talk.